I'm Laura Hartrich. I'm here to share with you today about this remembrance quilt that I made to honor the life of Michael Brown. I made this quilt in a volunteer capacity working with the Social Justice Sewing Academy. The organization asks for volunteer quilters to make quilts for the families of victims of violence. Michael Brown was shot and killed by a police officer in Ferguson, Missouri in 2014. He was 18 years old. I had a few goals when making this quilt. I wanted to make something that the family would appreciate and find meaningful and take comfort in. I wanted to make something that potentially Michael himself might have liked. His family told me that he liked visual art, and so I attempted to make something modern and bold and graphic, not presuming to know his taste, but just attempting to make something that someone in his age group might see and think, like, I haven't seen a quilt like that, and I like that. His family generously shared some information about him, some traits, some interests that he had. They told me that he loved his family, loved animals, loved to tinker and take things apart and put them back together, that he loved art, that he loved making music. And so there are a few ways that I attempted to bring those things into the quilt. For one, I sprinkled photos of him all throughout the quilt. These are photos sometimes just of him, and some places in the quilt show him with his family. Some fabrics have animals, you can see there. I use this sort of circuitry print to represent his love of kind of tinkering with things and putting them back together. My understanding of the music that he liked to make is that it was sort of computer-based and using more digital tools. My husband and son also happen to share that same hobby. I took photos of their music equipment and had it printed onto fabric, and I use that in the quilt. So you can see some of it here, some of it here, just as a way to represent some of his interests. The family also shared that his favorite colors were red and black, and so I featured those prominently in the quilt design. I wanted to focus on humanizing Michael, focus on bringing to light the things that he loved in his short life here, and focus on highlighting the people he loved through the photos that I incorporated. And I hope that that will be a source of comfort to his family. The only place that I referenced the sort of events around his death was on the back of the quilt beside the label. Other than that, I really just focused on him as an individual. It was really my honor to make this quilt. I would encourage any quilters who are interested and have the capacity to volunteer in this way to look up Social Justice Sewing Academy, get involved. I think it's a really meaningful way to use our skills. Thank you.